I'm just going to do a really quick tutorial on how to change a nib. So I've got here a pen I got for my pen swap yesterday from Mitchell. Fantastic pen. This comes with the stock standard nib. So what I'm going to do is swap it out for a Bock nib that I got from Sam at Steve's Woodcraft. So first thing I always do is take a picture next to the pen of the packet for the nib. So one thing about Bock nibs is that they don't have a marking anywhere on them saying what size they are, as in medium, fine, extra fine, etc. The only way to work it out is either to remember or be able to tell from this tiny little point at the bottom, which is they're all very similar. So that's what I do. So first thing you want to do is remove the nib from the pen. So basically just hold there, twist very gently, and that will remove the nib housing from the kit. And then you turn it over, put your thumb on the back here, hold with other hand here, and just pull. Most of the time it'll just come apart quite easily. Sometimes you'll need to use a little bit of force, and sometimes it'll just be completely stuck. So in those instances that it's completely stuck, you can do a couple of different things. First is to run it under hot water for a minute or so, then try it again. If that still doesn't work, then I boil a jug of water, tip a bit into a cup or a bowl or something, and then let it sit in there for a couple of minutes, and then try it again. And 9 times out of 10, that will get even a very stuck nib out. Obviously, you want to avoid twisting or anything like that. You need to be just pulling straight up. You can give it a little wiggle as you do it, but obviously, you know, these nibs are pretty delicate, and this part can break as well quite easily if you're not careful. So then you need to repeat the same process with your Bock nib. So basically, because each one of these has different threads compared to the threads inside the kit, you need to reuse the feed and housing from the kit pen rather than the Bock one. So same thing, just pull it out. The Bock ones are often quite stiff. And then so what we do is we take the Bock nib and replace it into the thing. So what you want to do is you want to line it up so these plastic end bits sits just underneath so it's not showing either side, and then line it up so it's center. And then on the inside, I don't think we're going to be able to see it, but there is a sort of a way in that you could be able to see it looking at it, but the camera is not going to pick it up, that it'll go in. So you just want to line that up, push it back in. As you're doing it, just make sure you're keeping this nice and square. Push it in firmly as far as it'll go. It should then line up fairly well like that. So you don't want to be able to see on the side here the plastic either side, and then you want to make sure that is nice and square there. And then you simply screw back in as far as it'll go, and you're good to go. Nice and easy. Thank you. If anyone has any questions, by all means, feel free to ask, or send me a message. So that's changing a number size 5 nib. So it's essentially the same process with any of the nibs, if it's a Jowo or anything like that, or the number 6s. As long as you've got the right size to match here, then you should be good to go. Thanks.